to our top story of the day, that storm on the way. We bring in our Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist, Dan Sionka.
Hey there, Aaron. Raining here in Salinas at this hour, but only light rain. Winds and rain will pick up as we head into the late evening hours tonight. Rain starting to thicken up right now across the region and will only increase till about midnight for most locations and beyond for a few others. So let's talk about some of the other impacts, and I want to start with the wind because we may notice the impacts of the wind, at least the hazards of it, before we actually have any major impacts from the rain. Winds fairly light out there at the moment, beginning to pick up out over the water though, with some wind speeds approaching 20 to 30 miles per hour over the water at the moment. They're going to get a lot higher as we head into the late evening hours tonight, and a high wind warning is in place for coastal areas and also the coastal mountains. So that includes all of Santa Cruz County, the rest of the area around Monterey Bay, the Big Sur coast, and the coastal mountains of Monterey County as well. These locations expected to see wind gusts above 50 miles per hour, up to perhaps even 70 miles per hour. And areas of concern that I see having some of the strongest winds will be the Point Sur to Monterey Peninsula area, areas that do typically see stronger wind events when we have these southerly flows come through, and also western Santa Cruz County. So from about Santa Cruz westward along the coast, we'll see some stronger wind gusts as well, especially in some of the hillsides north of the coast there, all the way up into Bonnie Dunes. So these locations are going to see quite a bit of wind tonight. And even if you're not in those areas that I mentioned, I do expect isolated areas where we will see continued very gusty winds with the potential for trees down, power lines down, blocked roads, power outages, and other hazards like that. So again, tonight, prepare for those power outages. Elsewhere, we are under wind advisories. We'll see isolated wind gusts on the high side. Places like Salinas, you'll get some wind as well today. It just won't be quite as extreme as what we get on the coast. So again, let's talk about the timing of those winds approaching our area. Again, as we head into the late evening hours, 8 p.m., we're really starting to see some of the stronger winds here, above 30 miles per hour as we see here on the scale. And I think some of the strongest winds on the coast are going to be between about 10 p.m. and midnight tonight. This is 11 p.m. and you can see an end to those strong winds coming through with the cold front. So this is 2 a.m. All of a sudden the winds start to calm down in Santa Cruz, and we get to Salinas by 3 a.m. The winds calm down and they're a little bit more focused over southern Monterey County. So the winds will go south with that front. They'll pick up a little bit again tomorrow afternoon and push back into the bay, but they won't be as strong as they will be tonight. So tonight's the main show wind-wise, and again, you need to prepare for some power outages and blocked roadways with this. Now, the other thing is obviously the rain. We have flood watches in place for basically the burn scars, but also the surrounding areas around the Santa Cruz Mountains and the Santa Lucia Range, and even up in the Diablos and Santa Clara County. Now, we will get some heavy rain with that cold front I mentioned, so there will be a short period of heavy rain coming through late tonight, which will cause some issues on the burn scars, whether that's large or small debris flows. Hopefully that they're smaller ones, but the threat will go from the north to the south as we head through the overnight hours. So let's get into at least FUTURECAST to talk about the timing of everything. 9 p.m. tonight, the coastal mountains starting to see some more moderate rainfall, and then the cold front approaches from the northwest, and that's going to create that heavy rainfall across Santa Cruz County by midnight. Notice how bright these colors are getting in the Santa Lucia Range, and we're already looking at hours of moderate rainfall before this cold front actually arrives to the region. So it's going to pass through the bay probably around 1 or 2 a.m. You'll get a period of heavy rainfall and gusty winds right along that front, and then it will continue to move south and east before stalling in the south. And notice 5 a.m., not much going on across Santa Cruz County. You're seeing most of the activity across the southern half of our viewing area. Now, this front is supposed to get down to the south and stall around the Monterey County, San Luis Obispo County line. So even as we head into the afternoon hours tomorrow, we're still seeing it across South County, and occasionally we'll see showers pile up behind it across the rest of the Monterey Bay area, but you won't be seeing that long extended period of heavy rain like you'll see down south. And that's where I have some of the bigger concerns for some of the longer term hydrological issues, like potentially some flooding along the Big Sur River. The Carmel River is going to see a lot of water eventually as well. And a lot of our areas in southern Monterey County that are typically very dry, if the road to your home or ranch has low water crossings, you may not be able to cross that for the next 24 to 48 hours. So just keep that in mind as we head through this system. Now, rain showers will continue to pile in behind this system as we head through the day. Thursday, some of those may have heavy downpours, but the main event is going to be overnight tonight for most locations. Total rainfall, I still think we can see up to a foot of rain in the Santa Lucia Range. Most cities around the bay will see 1 to 3 inches, higher on the north side of the bay, and at the most in the Santa Cruz Mountains, we'll see 7 inches. Again, we'll see those creeks grow or start to rise, but I'm not expecting any major creek flooding out there. All right, let's take one last look at that 7-day forecast now, because we do have some more rain on the way. conditions will improve. Obviously, we'll just see lighter rain showers on Friday morning. Another chance of rain comes in on Saturday. That should be fairly light. And we're watching another system next week, Monday to Tuesday.